If I did not absolutely love it, I'm not gonna talk about it here, okay? What up guys, my name is Patricia. Welcome to my channel. If this is the very first time that you fell on any one of my videos, welcome. I'd love to see you back, so don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you never miss another video. So if this is your first time here, I am a first-time mom of a beautiful baby girl who is about knocking on 9 months right now, y'all. It's crazy. So I have a lot to catch you guys up on. There are a lot of things that I have been using and that I have been loving that have been helping me along this motherhood journey. And so this is going to be the first video, and this is going to be my newborn / 0 to 3 favorites. Quick disclaimer, I'll make it quick. Really, all your child absolutely needs is love, physical touch, food, and diapers, right? But as we know, there are a lot of things that can make life a little bit easier. Okay, so those are the products that I'm going to talk about. Like, these are the products that got me through, y'all. No fluff, no anything like that. If I did not absolutely love it, I'm not going to talk about it here. Okay, there will be links down below. Every single product that I mention in the order that I mention it will be down below. I'm also going to leave the link to my Amazon store where I have all of these products plus a few extra more that didn't quite meet my must-haves category, but that I really liked as well. So if you're looking for one item, you can go to the description. If you want to see what else I liked during this stage, then go ahead and click the link to my Amazon store. I'm going to have my phone with me because I have, all right, okay. I'm going to have my phone with me because I have them listed here, and I'm already shifted this way so that I can show you pictures of the items right here, okay? It would just take way too long to get every single item and show you every single item. I promise you, if I have B-roll of or pictures of me actually using it, I will put it up here as well. But yes, y'all, so let's go ahead and get started. So let's go ahead and start with diapers. Believe it or not, I actually had different favorites for the different phases, okay? So in the newborn phase, I really did love the Pampers Swaddlers. I loved it because Pampers Swaddlers are really soft. I liked the dip, the kind of groove that it had for the belly button area. The umbilical cord is cut at birth. There's a little bit left that needs to fall off, right? The Pampered Swaddles had the little groove there. The other diapers, you kind of have to like fold it out or fold it in so that it's under the belly button. I appreciated that this had the groove that already accommodated that. And also the indicator down the middle turned blue, or I believe it was like a green color, if baby was wet, which was also really helpful. It was very snug fit. And so that was my favorite diaper during this stage. The wipes that I really loved for this stage was the water wipes. 99.9% water. I loved the cloth. They were very wet, and there's no extra fragrances, no extraness in it. So great for sensitive skin, sensitive baby skin. And you're really not supposed to use a bunch of fragrances in this stage of life. So the water wipes are absolutely perfect. We used a warmer, which I'm going to talk about in just a second. And so the water wipes didn't get dried out in the warmer. So I really liked that. Almost exclusively used water wipes in the 0 to 3 month phase. Our wipe warmer. So this purchase is a little controversial. Let me tell you, I am so glad I made this purchase. Some people say you don't need it. We still use it to this day. All right. And we'll talk about this in the other videos to come, but we still use this to this day. We have what they call a sensitive baby, so she's very sensitive to her surroundings, and diaper changes were really hard in those first 2 weeks. People say that no baby likes diaper changes in the beginning and they grow out of it, whatever. But new moms especially, you know, there's so much stress and anxiety. If you could do one thing or get one thing to make things a little bit easier for you and baby, why not do it? Like, I put this on my registry, I got it, and I'm so glad because having the wipes being warm just relaxed her instead of exciting her, because I mean, diaper change, especially in the beginning, all the crying, y'all, and as a new mom, hormonal, it was just like this all the time. It was so hard. And so that wipe warmer helped to make those situations and those diaper changes a little bit better in the beginning. And so I really just appreciate it. And I think it's gracious to your kid that, you know, you're using warm wipes and not cold wipes. You know what I mean? Like, even in the hospital, you guys know that I'm a nurse. Even in the hospitals, when we have our CHG wipes, when we wipe our patients down, we put those in the warmers so that, you know, it's just gracious, just kind. And so we still use it to this day. Of course, the ones that we travel with aren't warm and she's got to deal with that. But when we can, if we're home, those are the ones that we use. The wipe warmer that we use is the Hickapop baby wipe warmer. And I like it. It has a little, like a peephole, so you can see when you're running low. It also has a light on it that you could use at night, which is great when you don't want to turn all the lights on. When you're changing baby, you just need a little bit of lights that, you know, you don't want to wake them all the way up. Hit that little light and it gives you just enough light to change baby. It doesn't dry your wipes all the way out. There's only one brand that did not do well with that, and we'll talk about that in the 3 to 6 because that's when I started to use those wipes. It did not dry out the water wipes. So really liked this particular one. It comes in white and in gray. We have the white one. Aquaphor. Aquaphor is what we use as a sort of barrier to protect her skin. Till this day, she has never had, fingers crossed, a diaper rash, and I believe it's due to frequent changes and also Aquaphor. No fragrance, no anything like that, and it's still the thing that we use to this day. Aquaphor, we buy the big jug of it. We have the Bumco brush, which is like a diaper cream applicator, which is great because, as you know, diaper cream and the Aquaphor can get stuck under your nails and things like that. Using the applicator, scooping up a little bit and then just applying it to the baby. Next up is the Pail that we had, and I have two to talk about. The first one, I'm gonna click on it to get you the name, is the Playtex Diaper Genie. The Expressions version is the one that we have. There is another kind. The Expressions is how you get in and out of it is a little bit different. It also has a sleeve on the outside so you can kind of customize the look a little bit. And we absolutely love it. When that thing is closed, you can't smell anything, okay? Anything. Absolutely love it. Definitely would recommend that. Alternatively, which we also had, was the Decor Classic Hands Free Diaper Pail. It's kind of like an off-brand to Diaper Genie. It's about $10 to $15 cheaper depending on where you get it. We decided to stick with the Diaper Genie. I just like the look of the sleeve on the outside, and that was just personal, but we did also have the Decor as well, which I would recommend. I got off-brand refills for my Diaper Genie because the Playtex ones are expensive, so I'll leave the off-brand ones that I get. It's much cheaper to do it that way, and I find that the bags are comparable. So let's talk about food for a little bit. I decided to breastfeed my daughter. In the 0 to 3 phase, she got like 1 bottle a day, and that was just so that mommy could get a break and also to acclimate her to the bottle. One that we actually still use to this day is the Komotomo Bottle. Really like that. Helps to mimic the breast. So you breastfeeding moms, this would be a good one for your baby. I got the one with the pink ring around it. So, because, you know, it's cute, got a baby girl. So really love it. Love the aesthetic. It's very soft. So when they touch it, it kind of mimics the breast in a way. She took to that just fine. And had no issues, no nipple confusion, no any of that. The Komotomo were my absolute favorite. So let's talk about the Haka. The Haka is this amazing device that helps to catch your milk so you don't have any spilled milk while you're feeding your baby. So often when you're feeding on one side, you'll leak on the other side. So the Haka uses suction to catch that milk. And so I would often be able to, you know, catch a whole feed on the other side because of the Haka, which was absolutely great. I recommend it to everyone. Please get the one that has the lid on it because I've accidentally tipped it over, and it's just so, listen, hormones, emotional. Yes, I did cry over spilled milk. So get the one with the lid. Absolutely love, and recommend that Haka, especially in the beginning phases. I don't use it as much. Sneak peek into the future right now, because I just don't leak as much. I regulated somewhere between 3 and 4 months, and so I stopped using my Haka. But 0 to 3, it was a absolute must have. More on food, the Philips Advent warmer, bottle warmer. Yes, so for those times where mommy needs a break, daddy's feeding baby, we're going into storage or something like that, he would warm up the bottle using the Philips Advent bottle warmer. There's a little bit of a learning curve on it, but what I love about it is you can get it just where you want it, the temperature just where you want it. It's very small, very compact, so it doesn't take a lot of room on the counter. I know you mamas know there's a whole lot of gadgets to get. Even right now, I have the bottle warmer, I have my blender, my baby food blender. There's a lot of just appliances out on the counter, so you don't want something big. My sterilizer, which we're going to talk about in a second, you don't want something big and bulky, you know what I mean? And so I really do like the Philips Advent bottle warmer. Our sterilizer, so we use the baby Brezza bottle sterilizer and dryer machine. First of all, absolutely love this item. The only thing I don't like about it's kind of bulky and big, right? But what sterilizer isn't? But what I like about it is, like I mentioned in the name, it sterilizes and then it dries. Just absolutely great. I know some people's dishwasher may have a sterilizing mechanism cycle. I liked having her stuff in a separate place. My preference. I prefer to sort of wash them by hand using a baby bottle soap, which we'll talk about in a minute, and then put it in the sterilizer, and absolutely great. Would recommend it again. Still use this one to this day. The bottle and dish soap that we used in the newborn to 0 to 3 phase is the Dabble Baby bottle and dish soap, dish liquid, and it's a plant-based, it's unscented, hypoallergenic, no extra stuff. And yeah, that's actually the one that we still use to this day. But again, in the beginning, you don't want anything that's heavily scented. That is just, they're really small, they're really fragile. And so you don't want to use too many things you don't want to use things that have too many chemicals and extraness in it. So I really like that one. Burp cloths, burp pads, the ones that we use are from Green Sprouts. Really like this one. This one is a little different than the ones that are out there or the others. It gives you really good protection because it is waterproof. I wish I had one with me to show you guys what I mean by this one, but this one doesn't like, so baby spits up, it doesn't go, the spit up doesn't go through the burp pad and then, or the burp cloth and then get on you. It kind of has this material in the middle that kind of stops the spit up from getting to you. So I had to show you guys what this burp cloth looks like. This is the one that was literally, I got this one from her diaper bag. I really just wanted to show you guys this so you can actually hear. Yes, that is the sound of the protective layer that's inside of this burp pad. It truly protects you. I really like it. I haven't seen any other burp cloth like this. And so I bought the set. I think you can get it on Amazon. And I really like that one. Those are the ones that we almost exclusively use. It's the one that's currently in her diaper bag right now. Let's go ahead and move over to bathing. The bath that we use is the Angel Care Baby Support Bath. All right, we have the gray one. Really like this. You just put water in your tub, put this in. It has perforation all over, it's perforated. So then you put your baby just to kind of lie in there. And yeah, it's great. It's not a separate sort of tub or separate sort of basin. You just use your current tub and you just put it in there. With that, we use the Munchkin shampoo rinser, right? And it's just a little cup that stays in the bath that we can pour. It's kind of like a little pitcher, actually, where you can pour water to rinse off your baby. Really like it. You could use a cup from your kitchen, but I just like that this is like a dedicated thing that we can use to either wash her hair or to rinse her body off. And so in terms of like body wash and stuff like that, there's so much out there. And to be honest, we have used a lot of different body washes from the beginning up until now. So I do have a lot of opinions on that. But for the very, very beginning, newborn phase, I would recommend the Baby Dove Sensitive Moisture Bundle. Okay, unscented, anything, because at that phase you don't want to use anything that's like too strong smelling. And then once she got like more towards like the 3-month phase, we use the Honest set. It's like a body wash and lotion set. And it was really good. We still use the body wash to this day. We don't use the lotion, and we use the lavender scent because we bathe her at night, and so the lavender helps to calm her and get her ready for bed. So let's move on to sleep. We used a white noise machine to help to create a sleep environment, and the one that we use is the Homedics white noise sound machine. This is the one that we use in the 0 to 3 phase. Right now, we actually have 2, and we still use this one and another one that I will talk about in her 3 to 6 when she started napping in her own room. So then we got another white noise machine. But this is the one that we use. It's pretty affordable compared to a lot of the ones that are out there. It's not battery operated. You have to plug it in. So keep that in mind depending on how big or small the space is. It gets really loud. This is the one that we use at night right now. And yeah, we really like it. I have the silver one. It's really affordable. This is the one that we put on our baby registry, and we got it. And yeah, nothing wrong with it. You can have white noise, rain, thunder, a couple of other settings. It's just your basic white noise machine. The one that we have now, the second one, is a little more fancy, and we'll talk about that in another video. Also for sleep, let's talk about the Bassinet. I went through a lot of bassinets, seems like. Strollers and bassinets, those are the 2 things I had to keep just repurchasing until I just got it right, got something that was perfect for her. And so, yes, so listen, there's been a lot of trial and error. Let me tell you what worked best for us, and that is the Micah Mickey Bedside Sleeper. This thing is amazing, you all. This was everything that we needed in a bassinet. We love it. And so if you plan on room sharing and you're breastfeeding mama, and what I mean by room sharing, I mean that your baby is sleeping in your room in a separate space, this is the one that's best, particularly if you're a breastfeeding mama. The one side can come down, right? So that you can put it like right up on your bed. It's kind of like a little extender for the baby. So they're not bed sharing, so you're not bed sharing or co-sleeping, but the baby is within arm's reach so that you can just kind of reach over, bring baby to you, breastfeed, put baby back. Really nice. And if you have a baby like ours that really loves closeness and really wants to be close to her parents, specifically at that age, she's still like that. But specifically at that age, we had a hard time getting her to sleep anywhere but our chest. She just wanted to be close to us. And that bassinet really helped. We tried the Halo bassinet. We tried, high end, low end, you guys. And this is the one that worked for us. It's not the cheapest thing out there, but it worked, y'all. You can actually lift that side back up, so it's kind of like a traditional bassinet. So it does have that feature. It also has pockets on the side if you want to put wipes or diapers, if you for nighttime changes. We never really used those because we always brought her to her room to change her, but you have them there if you want to use it for that. So let's talk about Swaddles. This phase, especially the newborn phase, we use the Womb Bee. Woombi was great because it gave you the effect of the traditional swaddle, like the wrap swaddle, except for you didn't have to do all the wrapping. You just zip them up like a little burrito in there. And so, but this one, in that the first 4 weeks, this was great. If you guys are better than me, you guys can maneuver the swaddle. And we did have swaddle blankets, and we did use those, but this one was just easy and quick to use. So absolute game changer. The other swaddle that we used toward 3 months was the Love to Dream Swaddle Up, because once we couldn't use the Woombi anymore because she wanted her arms free, then we graduated her from the Woombi up to the Love to Dream Swaddle Up. They still have the more reflex, but they like to put their arms up when they're asleep. Then the Love to Dream is for you. So Woombi first, then Love to Dream. Those are the 2 swaddles that worked for us. We also used other ones, the nested bean. We used other ones, but these are the 2 that really, really worked for us. More sleep items. We used the Vicks Mini Filter Cool Mist Humidifier. Babies have a lot of moisture and mucus, and especially when they're like newborn. So this really helps to keep them nice and open, things like that, so they breathe well at night. And so we used this probably the first, I would say, 8 weeks of life. We brought it right back out when baby girl got her first cold just a couple weeks ago. Okay. And so this worked really, really well as well. So it's something that you might use later. So don't think like, oh, why do I get that? Like, for us, it was game changer. We had a really mucusy baby, you know what I'm saying? And so this really helped her. And then again, to have it recently when she got her first cold, game changer. Absolutely love this one because of the way that you set it up. It's very easy to refill. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And it has to be a cool mist humidifier. So let's talk about medicines and things like that. Everyone in these types of videos, they talk about Gripewater. Gripewater is something that we use so much in like the first 8 weeks. Sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't, right? But those times where it worked, game changer, clutch. The one that we use is the Mommy Bliss Gripewater, and there's a daytime and a night version. I believe the night version you can't use until they're 4 weeks old, I think, something like that. But there's a day and the night version, and you can get them like in a pack together. Mommy Bliss is the one that we use. What else? Baby drops. Breastfeeding babies need vitamin D supplement. And so we use the baby D drops. We use that one because that's the one that our pediatrician recommended. Y'all, one of my pet peeves, still is today, is the boogers. Yes, y'all. Especially when they're that little, their noses are so small. They have a little bit of a booger, and I just feel like it obstructs her breathing. And so I go in there, y'all. And so I had a whole situation when it came to getting the boogies, y'all. The thing that we use is the Oogie Bear. The Oogie Bear is like a booger spatula. It's soft, it's bendable. You can get in there without harming baby. That thing was a game changer when we got it. That was one of the things that I bought after the fact. Wasn't on my registry. One of my favorite purchases. When she got a little bit older, closer to 3 months, what you can do is spray just a little saline or drop some saline drops into their nose. The nasal spray that I used was a little Remedies nasal spray. I also had the drops, but I preferred the spray because I feel like you just get good coverage with that. And then right after you just give one spray of saline, go back. I used to go back and use the Frida Baby Nose Frida. It allows you to get in there and just remove all the dried nasal mucus and the wet nasal mucus and just get it all out there so that your baby's able to breathe. You don't put it in the nose. I was worried about that. It kind of sits on the outside, creating a seal, and then you just kind of suck it out. I know it's kind of gross. There's a filter in there. Boogers won't get to you, but trust me, when you see your little one struggling, you hear, just trust me, you'll whip it out. If you can't do it, let hubby or your partner do it. There's a little kit that you can get on Amazon that has a little nasal spray with it. I'll leave that down below for you guys. My friends who have had babies after me, this is one of the things that I got all of them. And that is the Little Remedies New Baby Essentials Kit. All right. Absolutely love this thing. All right. So inside of this, you get a nasal spray, nasal aspirator, like your traditional bulb aspirator, gas relief drops for excess gas. You get some Tylenol or acetaminophen, infant fever and pain reliever. You get Gripewater in there, and you get some of the Boudreaux's butt paste, and that's really good for a diaper rash. All right, and so it has that. It's that whole kit, everything you need, and sort of one thing, and it's great. It's only $18 on Amazon. Great gift for a baby shower, and this was great because there were a couple of days where she had gas or whatever, and we didn't use the gas drops nearly as much as we used the Gripewater, but we did use it occasionally, and it was a game changer when we had it. So yeah, the Little Remedies New Baby Essentials Kit. Nails are a problem at this stage, and we've used several products, but I'll share with you guys what we used in the beginning. And you know, their nails are really soft but sharp. It's crazy. And so I read about and heard about all the horror stories with accidentally clipping skin and your baby starts bleeding. Ooh, didn't want that to happen. So what I used was the baby nail trimmer by Elosh. And basically it's like a electric nail filer. I still found that I had to do this every couple of days because it's like her nails were growing like crazy. But it was gentle. She let me do it. I would recommend this, especially for that phase. When she got older, we switched to another product, and we'll talk about that in the next 3 to 6 video. So let's talk about clothes. Of course, you want to dress your baby up every once in a while, but really there are a lot of changes. Depending on the type of baby you have, there's a lot of spit up. Depending on the type of baby you have, there's a lot of drool, especially in those first 8 weeks. This is what she was in. A lot of footed onesies. I really like the one that was the fleece kind to help to keep her warm. We used a lot of those. So let me tell you about the fleece one that we used. The Hudson Baby ones, really like those. Carter has some as well. If you get Carter to size up. She was on the smaller side, so some of the even newborn stuff didn't fit her. So I was gonna go get preemie stuff, but the Carter newborn stuff fit her too because those tend to run smaller. And onesies. The ones that I really liked are the bodysuit snap ones that you can kind of open up. Baby girl didn't like things coming up over her head. So I really like the fact that these onesies are long sleeves to help keep her warm. Then also you can unsnap it so you don't have to bring it up over her head. So when I would have a onesie on top, I would have a footed like jogger on the bottom. And the ones that I really like are from Owlivia Organic Baby Pant. Really like those, and they're kind of like the same, it feels like sweatpants type of material. So again, helps to keep them warm, and you don't have to worry about socks or anything like that because who wants to keep track of socks? A friend of mine recommended this to me, and I love that she did that because I had her in these for a long time because it was just great. Didn't have to worry about socks. Her feet weren't cold. And yeah, they look really nice too. Clothes are one of those things where you have preferences. Look, I'm just giving y'all the must-haves. So let's move on to toys. This stage is, it's a very boring stage when it comes to, it's really just about eating, pooping, peeing, sleeping, and kind of just doing it over and over again. But the more they get out of that newborn phase, especially my daughter, who is very social, she's making great eye contact, starting to smile, and her eyes are lighting up when she's seeing us. She smiled very, very early, and just a very social baby. So really how you entertain them is with you, you know, making the peekaboo, the faces, the noises. They're just really being able to see you clearly, and your facial features and stuff like that. So that's a lot of entertainment for them. But also what I found that was nice around this phase is using your black and white toys and objects, because, you know, in the early weeks, they don't see very well. The first thing I bought was the crinkly sensory baby paper from Baby Paper. And these were great because when you crinkle them, they make sound. So that was like stimulating. And then the color, looking at the contrast of the black and white, was also stimulating as well. So at this age, she couldn't quite crinkle it herself, but I would kind of do it. And she was fascinated, you all, just fascinated. And then the other thing was this Sassy Peekaboo activity book. And it kind of shows like different animals. Again, high contrast, black and white, and also red and some other colors. Great thing to kind of flip through and show your baby. Also, mirrors are great. As they begin to like look at themselves and see themselves. The last toy item we used closer to 3 months, and that was the Fisher-Price Deluxe Kick and Play Piano Gym. And she, you all, loved this. She loved to kick, absolutely loved to kick. And so she would kick those piano keys. She absolutely loved this thing. Plays music. It also has the toys hanging over baby to look up at and be entertained by, which was great because, like I mentioned, she's a very physical touch baby. She just loved to be on us and carried and held all the time. But she would play on her piano gym, and that would give us just some time to sit down. And sometimes, often, she'd be on a thing. I'd have my cup of coffee, sipping on my cup of coffee, sitting next to her, watching her have a good old time, you all. You can also do tummy time on this as well, so they can look, you know, towards the keys, give us something to look at, motivate them to pick up that head. Yeah, absolutely loved the Fisher-Price piano gym. So I feel like car seat strollers are very like person specific. But I would tell you this, because I was a first time mom, I didn't invest in a car seat at this stage. I mean, not a car seat, but a stroller, like a proper stroller at this stage. For a couple of reasons. I had my baby girl during this panorama, and so we weren't going out for that reason. And also she was born the dead of winter, and so we weren't going out a lot at all. And so there really was no need. It's not like I was going to take her for a walk in the snow. It just wasn't going to happen. So I decided to wait and do more research and really get settled in my momhood before purchasing a, you know, proper stroller. And so at this time, what we did is I used the Graco Snug and Ride infant car seat. That's the car seat that we use in the 0 to 3 phase. And then also had this connector. It is the carrier. It basically kind of carries the seat, and it has a small basket at the bottom of it. It's really, really great. Very convenient. You don't have to take the baby in and out. So just take the car seat and it just clicks into the carrier. Both of these were on our registry, and we got them off of our registry. This was like really a game changer in the beginning, because those times where we were going to the doctor's office or going over my parents' house or things like that, we were able just to unclick and click and keep it moving. So it was really great for this phase, and I would definitely recommend it. Those are all of my must-haves for the newborn 0 to 3 month stage. I will be doing a follow-up on the 3 to 6 month phase. Like I mentioned, there's certain diapers that I preferred in the 3-6 phase. There's certain items that we transitioned to. You can go ahead and refer to the timestamps if you want to kind of go back to certain parts of the video. Like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, you guys, you can go down to the description and you'll find a link to my Amazon store where you can find the rest of the newborn 0 to 3 items that didn't quite make this list. Hopefully you guys enjoy this video. These were my must-haves, also my husband's too, because I asked his opinion and input on the items that we used during this stage, and hopefully there's something that you learned. And I loved watching these videos and finding a new item that worked for me. These are the products and items that worked for me, and I hope you find something that works for you and for your baby. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you want to check out the rest of my mommy style videos, go ahead and check out my mommy stuff playlist where you'll find like my hospital bag video and a couple of other things that I've done. Yeah, y'all, that's all I have for you guys today. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys soon in another video. And as always, God bless.